a wash of the brush. Very thick trees, and you wouldn't see too many trunks and branches or branches. Now back to the large flat brush. First colour, primary yellow. Notice. Brush on its side and just get it in here to this little spot. Brushing it sideways, just take it across there. A little bit more, like so. Just push it in a bit like that. Work it on the surface. I'll take it down just a little bit lower, a bit more into there. Make it a bit wider, picking up paint as I need it. There we go. Now some yellow ochre. Down a bit lower. See, I'm just working in very rough and very loose. I don't want to be neat with this. A bit lower. I've left some spaces too. And a bit lower again. So turn the brush to its other side. Come down a bit lower. A little bit lower. Okay. Now some burnt umber, which is the brown. And we put that about where that line is. Dab it on there. Letting some of the other colours come off too. Burnt umber. And a bit more, like so. And then some Payne's Grey in amongst the bits of burnt umber that we didn't cover. So just a couple of spots like that, and a bit over there. There we are. That's good. I won't clean the brush. I'll just put it aside for a moment. I take the fan brush, and what we're going to do is turn all this into grass. Now I can start anywhere. I'll start here, just for a change. Now what I'm going to do is just very gently flick. Notice the angle of my brush. You can have it like this if you want, but I'll just keep the brush tilted down so you can see what's happening. So just flicking it very gently upwards, and it's just going over that top edge. And I'm moving the brush sideways, just pushing it, flicking it up very gently, so it's just coming up underneath those houses. And you'll notice I don't miss anything. I just keep going. Just push it very gently upwards, just getting it to work. Just keep going up, flicking it up. So I've got this little bit of pale grass. Just tilt the brush up and just flick it this way. It's get to work. Okay, I've gone across once. Now I'll go down a bit lower and go back the other way. But I won't cover the previous work. I'll just go up underneath it. And I don't miss anything. The brush is starting to get going nicely now. And I just move it sideways. I don't miss anything. Don't keep jumping around, just keep going. It's a mechanical sort of operation, but it works well. Just go up against those flowers and then stop. Go down a bit lower, flick up again. You'll need to go a little bit further and go underneath the previous work. Just move the brush sideways. Just keep going. Just keep going all the way across. And then when you get to the edge, go down a little lower and back the other way. Just flicking up gently, keep the brush moving. Don't worry if you miss bits, just keep going, doesn't matter. If you miss bits, it'll all become part of the painting. Get to the edge here, go over the edge of the building, go down a little lower, just hit the edge of that side of that building and start to move sideways again. You're going through the different colours now. But don't go over the previous work, don't go right up like that, just flick up underneath the previous work. And if the brush strokes vary a little bit in their height, that doesn't matter, that's good, doesn't matter. Flicking up, down to this edge, go a little bit lower, just about on the last part now, and just go along here. Don't worry, don't try and look at it too much, just do it, that'll work better that way. Just flick across it, and if you miss a bit, still a bit down here, don't worry about it. This is where the roadway is going, and we need that paint there anyway. So I'm going up to the edge of the building, flick up there. Now, I'll clean the brush. You can see it looks like grass already, and it looks quite nice. And just to dress it and trim it, the roadway down the bottom will look terrific. Now, I haven't cleaned this brush. It's got all different colours on it, and that's the way I want it. What I will do though is take a little bit of the orange red and just put a few spots. And be careful of this colour because it's pretty potent. There you go. That's about it. Five dots scattered around. Wipe the handle clean, and then dip the brush into a blob of white like that. Big blob of white, and a little yellow ochre. We may need to do this a couple of times, we'll see. I'll take a little terps because the paint is a little bit on the thick side. And here we are. I'll just start here, start to move the brush around, starting at the middle part and working my way across this way and back this way. You can see I think I need a little more colour, so I'll pigment. I'll take some more white, a little bit more ochre, and away I go again. Now I'm not going up to the edge just yet, just get the colour moving around, get down the bottom here, and you notice my brush strokes are short. Don't do these big long brush strokes, keep it short. This is a dirt road, it's a dirt country road, so it'll have potholes in it and it'll be different coloured mud and clay and whatever, all the stuff you get on dirt roads. Now, and if you miss bits and some of the black of the board showing through, adds character, don't worry about it. There's little streaks on there, all the better. And we're up to here. I'm starting to wriggle the brush sideways, moving upwards like this. I'll go underneath the house there, I can go up higher and push it back a bit. And I go to the side like this, go up under those bushes a little bit, take that up a little bit so it's a bit of an angle there. Come across here, you'll notice the colour's getting darker. This is what we want. We want a little shadowy edge along here. So I'll go up here, and also by doing short strokes and wriggling sideways, I've got these little spiky bits so it's uneven. It's just like a country edge would be. And I'm going to take some of this grey colour I'm picking up, this browny grey, back down like that, working my way along like that. And go up into there, pick up a bit and work it down. Now I'll just move away from the edge. I won't go back up there. Now I've achieved what I want to achieve. The brush is on its narrow edge, and just do that bit there, and come down like so. And the brush on its side now, and just flick it around, and then stop and have a look at it. And it's not too bad. Quite like it. What I'm going to do now is do a little artist trick and just darken the corners on both sides, just to give it a little character and to help the composition, keep the eye within the painting. A bit of burnt umber and a little bit of Payne's grey. I'll just put it on here. The burnt umber is just to warm up the Payne's grey, because Payne's grey is made up of blue and black, and it's a bit of a ordinary colour. It's pretty neutral, boring. And just there too, a little bit on there, just darken that little part there, just keeps the eye into the painting. Come across the bottom if you want to, and then have a look at it. And this part was probably the fastest part of the painting, but it just brings it all together. I'll just go through it all. Look at it, the beautiful rich grass here. We've got a little garden across the front of the house. They're set back now, they're nestled in amongst all the trees. Notice how all the trees, the whole lot complements the sky. When we first did the sky, it looked a little bit ordinary, but now you can see the blue-grey here. The sky looks like the weather could change any time. The light's coming here, it's casting some nice little shadows on the sides of the buildings. It's turned out very nicely. I'm very pleased with that. So there we are. That's our painting, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. And all you've got to do is if you haven't started, now's the time. So I'll see you next time. And once again, thanks for watching, and bye for now.